Have you ever felt unusually tired, your ankles swelling at the end of the day, or a subtle ache in your lower back, and brushed it off thinking it's just part of getting older? What if I told you that those small annoyances could be your kidneys silently screaming for help, quietly struggling to filter toxins and regulate your blood without you even realizing it? I'm Dr. Mark Ellis, and today I'm going to show you exactly which everyday foods and drinks are stealthily harming your kidneys. And more importantly, I'll reveal simple research-backed choices that can protect and even rejuvenate your kidney function, starting right now. Stick with me, because understanding this could change the trajectory of your health before it's too late. Let's start with something that surprises almost everyone: dried fruits. You might think you're making a healthy choice when you grab a handful of raisins, dried cranberries, or apricots, telling yourself it's just fruit, right? But here's the catch. Removing water from fruit doesn't just make it portable. It concentrates everything else, especially potassium. A small handful of dried fruit can pack as much potassium as a full banana, sometimes even more. And because they're tiny and sweet, it's easy to overeat before you even notice. Imagine enjoying what seems like a healthy snack while silently stacking up minerals your kidneys are struggling to filter. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that when kidney function is compromised, excess potassium can accumulate in your bloodstream, potentially triggering dangerous heart rhythm issues. And it's not just potassium. Most store-bought dried fruits come with added sugars and preservatives, further stressing the kidneys and affecting blood sugar, a concern for anyone with diabetes. Now, granola is another unsuspecting culprit. Walk down the cereal aisle and you'll see it marketed as wholesome and nutritious. Nuts, oats, and the little bits of dried fruit make it high in phosphorus and potassium, and the added sweeteners spike sugar levels even further. A single serving might seem harmless on the package, just a quarter or half a cup. But the reality is most people eat 2 to 3 times that amount, doubling or tripling the mineral and sugar load on their kidneys without realizing it. Clinical studies published in the American Society of Nephrology emphasize that excess phosphorus accelerates bone and cardiovascular complications in people with chronic kidney disease. So what looks like a healthy choice can quietly sabotage your kidney health. So what's the smarter approach? Swap out dried fruits for fresh berries like strawberries, blueberries, or raspberries, which are much lower in potassium. For your morning oatmeal, skip the granola and add just a small handful of fresh fruit with a sprinkle of cinnamon or lightly toasted coconut flakes for crunch. This way, you're getting sweetness, flavor, and antioxidants without overloading your kidneys. By consciously controlling portions and choosing lower potassium alternatives, you can enjoy your breakfast without secretly harming your kidney function. But just knowing this isn't enough, because there's another danger lurking in foods you probably eat every week, something that might shock you even more. After uncovering the hidden dangers in dried fruits and granola, it's time to address another staple on many plates: red and processed meats. At first glance, a juicy steak or a sizzling bacon strip feels satisfying, even comforting, but beneath that savory surface, your kidneys are quietly working overtime. Every bite of red meat produces creatinine and urea, waste products your kidneys must filter. Processed versions add an extra punch of phosphate additives and preservatives, like sodium nitrite, which are proven to inflame kidney tissues over time. Imagine your kidneys as tireless workers at a factory, and every processed sandwich or hot dog is suddenly dumping extra cargo on them day after day. Studies published in the American Journal of Kidney Diseases reveal that adults consuming more than 3.5 ounces of red meat daily face roughly a 25% higher risk of declining kidney function, and the risk escalates further with processed meats. The good news? You don't have to give up protein entirely. Substitute with fresh fish, lean poultry, or plant-based proteins like beans, lentils, tempeh, and tofu, which provide essential nutrients without overloading your kidneys. Even your cooking methods matter. Grilling, baking, or steaming keeps protein intact and avoids adding harmful compounds that frying or heavy sauces would introduce. By consciously managing portions, choosing cleaner protein sources, and preparing meals at home, you give your kidneys a real chance to breathe and recover. But just knowing this alone isn't enough, because there's another everyday culprit: one you sip multiple times a day, that silently pushes your kidneys to the brink? Now that we've exposed the hidden kidney risks lurking in red and processed meats, let's turn our attention to something you might sip several times a day without a second thought: sugar and sugary drinks. That morning soda, sweetened coffee, or even healthy fruit juice may feel refreshing, but every gulp spikes your blood sugar, forcing your kidneys to filter out excess glucose continuously. Think of your kidneys as a high-performance filter system. Overwork it day after day and it starts to fail. The CDC reports that adults consuming just 1 to 2 sugary drinks daily have around a 20% higher risk of developing kidney disease, and the connection is even stronger in individuals with diabetes or high blood pressure. Even 100% fruit juices, often perceived as healthy, can overload your system with concentrated natural sugars, more than eating whole fruit would ever do. So what's the smart move? Cut back on added sugars, make water your primary beverage, swap sodas for herbal teas, and satisfy your sweet tooth with fresh fruits that are rich in fiber and antioxidants. Preparing your drinks at home allows you to control sugar content and protect your kidneys without sacrificing flavor. Picture this: a refreshing glass of water infused with cucumber, lemon, and mint, keeping your hydration high while giving your kidneys a break. They'll thank you. But just knowing this isn't enough, because there's another silent saboteur hiding in your meals every day, one that most people reach for without realizing the hidden danger it poses. After uncovering the hidden risks from sugar and sugary drinks, it's time to talk about a flavor enhancer that hides in nearly every meal: salt and processed foods. You might think a pinch of salt is harmless, but the reality is far more alarming. High sodium intake forces your kidneys to work tirelessly to remove the excess, which over time stiffens blood vessels and raises blood pressure, silently damaging the delicate filtering units. Most processed foods, think canned soups, frozen dinners, deli meats, chips, and even breads, are loaded with hidden sodium, far surpassing the daily limit recommended for adults over 50. The American Heart Association reports that the average American consumes roughly 3,400 milliliters of sodium per day, while the ideal for seniors is only about 500 milliliters. This chronic overload gradually erodes kidney function, increasing the risk of chronic kidney disease, fluid retention, and swelling. So, what can you do? The solution is simpler than you might think. Cook more at home with fresh ingredients, flavor meals with herbs and spices instead of salt, and choose low-sodium products when shopping. Even small swaps, like replacing table salt with garlic, paprika, or lemon juice, can dramatically reduce kidney strain without sacrificing taste. By taking control of what goes into your meals, you're giving your kidneys a chance to rest and recover, while also supporting heart and overall health. Imagine walking into the kitchen knowing every meal you prepare is helping your kidneys rather than harming them. It's empowering and it works. But just knowing this isn't enough, because there's one final, everyday culprit: a pair of drinks most Americans consume daily that quietly accelerates kidney stress in ways you might never expect. Finally, let's address 2 beverages that millions of Americans consume daily without realizing their kidneys are silently paying the price: alcohol and caffeine. At first glance, a glass of wine, your morning coffee, or an energy drink seems harmless, even enjoyable. But both act as diuretics, increasing urine output, which can lead to dehydration and make your kidneys work overtime to maintain fluid and electrolyte balance. Imagine your kidneys as a high-performance filtration system, and every cup of coffee or drink of alcohol is like dumping extra pressure on the filters continuously. Research from the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism shows that people over 50 who regularly consume more than 2 alcoholic drinks per day face approximately a 15% higher risk of developing chronic kidney disease, and the danger compounds when combined with high blood pressure or diabetes. Caffeine can temporarily raise blood pressure, and excessive intake, think large coffee shop drinks or multiple energy drinks daily, forces your kidneys to keep filtering, disrupting balance and increasing long-term stress. So what can you do to protect your kidneys without giving up the beverages you love? Limit alcohol to 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men, and keep caffeine under 200 milliliters daily, roughly 2 cups of regular coffee. Swap energy drinks for herbal teas or flavored water, and when you crave something warm in the morning, try decaf coffee or caffeine-free tea. Even these small changes give your kidneys a break, reducing oxidative stress, stabilizing blood pressure, and supporting long-term kidney function. Picture yourself sipping a refreshing herbal tea in the morning, knowing every sip is giving your kidneys a chance to recover and perform optimally. But just knowing this isn't enough, because even after controlling alcohol and caffeine, your kidneys can still face silent threats lurking in everyday foods. And that's exactly why the choices we make daily determine whether our kidneys thrive or struggle. Now that you understand the hidden dangers lurking in everyday foods and drinks, and how simple, smart choices can protect your kidneys, remember this: your kidneys work tirelessly every single day to keep your body healthy, and giving them a little attention goes a long way. Even small adjustments, reducing dried fruits, cutting back on processed meats, controlling sugar, salt, alcohol, and caffeine, can dramatically reduce stress on your kidneys and support better filtration, energy, and overall well-being. If you found this information valuable, make sure to save this video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss the latest kidney health tips and evidence-based guidance for seniors. Turn on notifications, because staying informed is the first step in protecting your most vital organs. Remember, it's never too late to start making choices that support your kidney health. Every healthy habit you implement today is an investment in a stronger, more vibrant tomorrow, giving you the freedom, energy, and peace of mind to enjoy life fully. Take care of yourself, because your kidneys and your future self will thank you.